Representative Wilson?
The question was, the comparison back to the Anchorage school system. You can only adopt other standards if they are more stringent than the ones that we have adopted. So again, my question is the Common Core standards that was adopted by the Anchorage School District more stringent than the ones that we have adopted? And then the second question is still back to the base student allocation still comes from the Department of Education. And so if we are paying for curriculum to back the Common Core standards, the intent of what I put in there was so that no funding, we weren't discussing the definition of money, but does any funding coming from the Department of Education go to buying curriculum that is going to the Common Core standards?
Okay. There are no restrictions on local control in regards to what set of standards they choose to adopt, whether more or less stringent, but they do have an obligation to address the Alaska standards, whatever they may be. So if for some reason they chose a lower set of standards, they would have a requirement to make sure that they were raising the bar and addressing the Alaska standards. In the case of the Common Core, I believe that they're substantially similar, and I think in several areas Alaska standards are slightly higher. So Anchorage has that responsibility to address those differences. In regards to paying for curriculum, the best I can explain it, Representative Wilson, is that through a funding formula, we support districts based on their student count, based on that formula, but we don't determine those local decisions of curriculum. I guess if it is perceived that, I surely didn't anticipate that this was perceived to stop districts from purchasing, to put a restriction on districts purchasing curriculum, but the department doesn't purchase that.
Follow-up, Madam Chair?
Please.
So I thought there was, and I can't tell you whether statute or regulation, that for a district to do a different set of standards, that they had to have an approval by the department. So that is not true, and the districts can do any standards that they want?
There isn't a process for a different set of standards. Districts are all obligated to address the Alaska standards. If, in addition to that, they want to incorporate some other methodology, pedagogy, that includes a different set of standards for any particular subject, they can do that, but they are all obligated to address the state standards.